दो बच्चों के रिजल्ट आ भी गए। गुड। I'll give another 30 seconds. इसमें x का टर्म है बेटा, ex, x इज अ वेरिएबल। इसका डायरेक्शन आई कैप है, दैट मीन्स इट इज इन दी पॉजिटिव x डायरेक्शन, बट द फील्ड इज वेरिएबल। इज दैट क्लियर? Your electric field is given by E equal to ax times I cap. Okay, so this x represents that it is a variable. Now, this point 10 comma 20 will lie somewhere here. 10 comma 20. Okay, and इसका potential कितना given है? 0 given है. Yes. So if I draw a line which is parallel to the y-axis, passing through this point. Okay, so this line is what? Perpendicular to the electric field direction. So that means all the points on this line will have zero potential. So potential of this point is zero. The potential of this point, let's say this point is Q, will also be zero. Yes or no? Now you have to find out the potential of origin. Origin के coordinate 0, 0. Right? Now it does not matter whether we follow this path or whether we follow this path, you will get the same potential difference, right? So when you are moving against the direction of electric field is in this direction and you are moving opposite to that, your potential will increase. So potential of O minus potential of Q, which is equal to potential of O minus potential of P, which is nothing but VO. Why? Because this is 0 and this is also 0, right? Now how to find out this potential difference delta V? The formula is integral of E dot ds. So your VO will be equal to minus of, now what is E? E is only in the x direction. So what I will do is I will take only the component of displacement in the x direction, which is parallel or anti-parallel to the x-axis or the electric field. So this E dot ds will become E times dx. Now the limits of x you can substitute from 10 to 0. Yes or no? Because it is coming from this point, 10 to 0. The coordinates of this point will be 10, 0. Right? So now you can substitute the value. What is E? A times x dx integral with a minus sign. And the limits are 0 to 10. 10 to 0, sorry. 10 to 0. Now you can substitute the values and find the result. This will be a x squared by 2 with a minus sign. So you will get some appropriate answer. Now, does anyone have a doubt? Try this question number 62. यस, बताइए कैसे करेंगे इसको। दो पार्ट है क्वेश्चन के, फर्स्ट पार्ट एंड सेकंड पार्ट। पहले बताइए फर्स्ट पार्ट कैसे करेंगे। That means
हाँ.
every point on this line is at 10 potential.
Hmm.
Yes or no? Similarly,
Yes.
this line is of 20
Yes.
potential. This line is of 30 volt. This is a 40 volt. So you
Yes.
know the equipotential lines, right? तो अब इलेक्ट्रिक
Hmm.
फील्ड किस डायरेक्शन में होगी? परपेंडिकुलर टू इट.
सर आपका आवाज कट हो रहा है.
आवाज कट हो रहा है. अभी आ रही है आवाज?
हाँ.
अच्छा देखो मैं समझाता हूँ. ठीक है, दो इक्विपोटेंशियल लाइंस है, इनके बीच का पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस कितना है? 10 वोल्ट है ना. एवरी टू सब्सिक्वेंट लाइंस इफ यू सी द पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस इट इज 10 वोल्ट.
सर
यस और नो? हेलो, समझ में आ रहा है ना?
यस सर.
ठीक है.
हाँ हाँ.
अब ये पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस है 10 वोल्ट, तो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइन इससे परपेंडिकुलर डायरेक्शन में होगी. इसका परपेंडिकुलर डायरेक्शन क्या है? ये है. The direction of electric field will be like this.
ओके.
Is it clear? And why it is in this direction, not the other direction? ऐसा क्यों नहीं है? ये क्यों करेक्ट है?
सर वो
डिक्रीजिंग
पता नहीं.
पोटेंशियल हायर पोटेंशियल से लोअर पोटेंशियल की तरफ जाती है. So
हाँ
if
हाँ
this is
हाँ.
30 volt and this is 20 volt, then electric field lines will always flow from a region of higher potential to lower potential. Yes. Now you have to find out the electric field. उसका magnitude क्या है वो अब आपको calculate करना है. Okay. अब इन दोनों के बीच का distance क्या है? लाइंस के बीच का जो डिस्टेंस है, परपेंडिकुलर डिस्टेंस, दैट इज द शॉर्टेस्ट डिस्टेंस. तो ये डिस्टेंस है लेट्स से डी. ठीक है ना? और ये डिस्टेंस निकालने के लिए आई हैव टू मेक यूज ऑफ दिस ज्योमेट्री. दिस इज गिवन टू मी एज व्हाट? 10 सेंटीमीटर. एंड दिस एंगल इज गिवन एज 30 डिग्री. यस और नो?
यस सर.
सो ऑन द basis of this geometry I can find out the value of d. The value of d will be what? 5 centimeter. So these 2 points along this line, the distance is 5 centimeter, and if I wish to calculate electric field, that electric field will be given by potential gradient delta V by delta D, right? So the distance between the two lines is 5 by 100 meters. You have to convert that into centimeter into meters. Now what is this result? Now you don't know the direction, you know the magnitude. In terms of vector, how can we write this? If this is 30, this angle will be what? 60. So now you can take the components of E in this direction. So your electric field is in this direction, right? Let me draw it here. Electric field is in this direction. It makes an angle of 60 degree with the x-axis. So this is my 60 degree. This is 200. So its x component will be what? Okay, understood? X component will be 20 cos 60, that is 100, and Y component will be 100 root 3. So you can write this electric field in terms of vector notation as minus 100 I cap plus 100 root 3 J cap, sorry, volt per meter. So in the second case, you are not supposed to find out the electric field because it is not uniform, but its direction can be specified by some means. 10 centimeter है from the geometry, but if you look at the potential difference, A and B के across कितना potential difference है? कितना potential difference है? 30 volts का है, 60 minus 30.
30 volt.
But same distance जब वो B to C travel कर रहा है, that is 10 centimeter, the drop in potential is only 10 volt. It means electric field strength is dropping as you are moving from A to C. It is continuously dropping. किस फंक्शन से ड्रॉप हो रही है वो हमको नहीं पता है, ठीक है, बिकॉज ये जो कर्व लाइंस हैं इसके अंदर इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड हर जगह अलग अलग आएगी. इट इज नॉट अ केस ऑफ यूनिफॉर्म इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. ये बात समझ में आ गई सबको? In this continuous charge distribution, you wish to find out the potential at point P. So this is your point P, and this entire surface, which could be 3-dimensional or 2-dimensional, I do not know, but it will have various elemental charges spread across the space. Every elemental charge will be at a specific distance from point P. Right. So all these elemental charges will have a contribution of electric potential at point P. And if you integrate all the potentials, because potential is a scalar quantity, you can simply integrate that to get the total potential at point P. So you have to know what is the charge configuration, how to relate that distance R with the charge dq. If you can find some relationship, then doing this integration with proper limits will give you the result of potential, net potential at point P. This is nothing but restatement of सुपरपोजिशन प्रिंसिपल फॉर इलेक्ट्रिक पोटेंशियल. हमने पहले डिस्क्रीट चार्जेस के लिए किया था, उसमें हमने समेशन साइन यूज किया था. यहाँ पे इंस्टेड ऑफ समेशन साइन वी आर गोइंग टू यूज इंटीग्रल साइन बिकॉज एलिमेंट्स आर infinitesimally small elements. Now you can write down the entire slide, then we will start the numerical part of this. परम कोई डाउट है? So this last para